'Tis I. Hey everyone, glad to see you back, glad to see you looking fresh. Free Guy finally came out last week, and after what feels like decades of watching the trailer over and over and over again in front of every movie I go to see, I can finally check this one off the watch list and be able to tell you all that it was pretty good. And yeah, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. So, Free Guy is about a guy named Guy. Interesting enough, played by Ryan Reynolds. He is an NPC in a video game that's pretty much GTA Online, and I've heard other people compare it a bit to Fortnite, and yeah, I can see that a couple Fortnite elements is thrown in there as well. It's mostly GTA Online though, so if you have a recollection of that, then you pretty much have a recollection of to what Free City is, which is the game inside this movie. Guy is an NPC in it, like I said before, and there are players in it, and he learns to play his own game. So that's an interesting concept enough for a movie, and the concept is insanely strong in this, and it does a lot of things correctly with that concept. However, one of my fears I had going into it was, is this concept going to be enough to have a full 2 hours? And while it does, clearly, it does suffer a bit from my initial fear. It does a lot of things right up front. It makes a lot of clever jokes right up front with its concept. And it also ends with a lot of interesting stuff and a lot of clever jokes about, again, using the concept and using what the world has created as a nice finale. But that leaves a solid chunk in the middle where this movie really starts to drag. I remember checking my watch, which I don't like doing in theaters, but I checked it and I thought we were about to be done at one point, and it had only been an hour and 20 minutes. And I was like, whew, we got another half hour of this. Luckily, after that point, it does pick back up again. Like I said, the finale is quite good, and the intro is quite good. But that middle bit really drags this movie down for me. I don't want to dismay too much though, because I did have quite a lot of fun here. The movie is funny. There are a lot of good jokes. There are also a lot of jokes that just don't hit as well. That could be because this movie was supposed to come out last year, so a lot of the jokes feel a little dated. Regardless of that, I feel like even if it would have came out last year, there were some jokes that would have felt dated already, which is a bit sad to say. But that happens with a lot of comedies, modern comedies, but it is what it is, I guess. I'm not going to knock it too much. I'm not going to praise it for that. It's just kind of what the genre is at this point. But like I said, I almost called it the game. The movie is structured in such a way that it allows itself to be able to jump from like mission to mission, and those missions in the game are a lot of fun, but then there's also the out of the game story as well, and that stuff is not as interesting as the in the game stuff, but it's good enough for what it is. It's not bad, it's just not fantastic, and it works well all together. It's clear that the in-the-game stuff is where this movie really shines. Stuff like Ready Player One is another good example of something where the in-universe thing is way more fun than the out-of-universe thing. Also, this movie doesn't focus as much on the what is life idea that I thought it was going to. Something like a lot of AI movies do, or a lot of, oh, this thing's figuring its own stuff out kind of thing would. It just kind of like mentions it, brushes it off, we got other things to worry about. I feel like with that plot thread, it could have helped this movie a little bit more, but it doesn't really have that. It keeps it very lighthearted the entire way. It doesn't try to throw any heavy themes in your face. Overall, the movie is pretty good. It's a good blockbuster, right? It's not a phenomenal film. It's not a grandiose epic. It's not trying to be either of those things. I do wish it was a little bit tighter in the middle there. If it was a little bit like more structurally sound in the center, and the pacing was able to pick up, because I did get bored a little bit in this. And like I said, though, the finale really picked things way back up, and there is a cameo in the back that is phenomenal. This is my favorite part of the movie. So getting to there, once that happened, all of a sudden something like clicked in my brain, and I was like having a lot of fun again. But for that stretch of time before it, it can be very, all right, okay, I get it. But overall, it's a nice package. Having 2 of the 3 acts be great and 1 act be kind of middling. Overall, I'd give this a nice soft score of a 7 out of 10. Free Guy is quite a fun movie. You might enjoy it more than I did. The initial impressions on this movie were insane. They were strong, like, 8s across the board. So it's strange to me that, like, it's shifted a little bit now. That's happened a lot more recently. It's a neat phenomenon, but I'm getting off topic here. Free Guy is quite fun. Ryan Reynolds performs his typical Ryan Reynolds stick, but he does it well, so you can't really complain there. The concept is fantastic. The surrounding cast is pretty good. If you've seen Free Guy, let me know what you thought. Yeah, that'll about do it for me. So, as always, if you like this, make sure you like this, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you at some point.